Hey everyone, this is Laura at Lyman Joy. Today I'm going to show you how to get 1 month ahead on your bills. Are you ready to step into a financial future where you're not just keeping up, but you actually have financial freedom and security? Well, I'm going to unveil an easy to follow process that will empower you to conquer your goals, seize your financial dreams, and get 1 month ahead. I'm Laura from Lyman Joy. I'm a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free, breaking those generational cycles of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. So if it interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date on my videos, and hit a thumbs up so others can find this video a little more easily. Look, we all have dreams. I know that I do, and turning them into reality requires a lot more than wishful thinking. It takes strategic approach, a well-crafted plan, and commitment to follow through. In the next few minutes, I'm going to unveil a blueprint for success that will enable you not only to catch up with life, but to accelerate ahead by an entire month. I really want the days of feeling like overwhelmed, not enough, and stagnant in your finances, and always living paycheck to paycheck to be put behind you. It's time to embrace a new mindset, a new way of planning, a new level of achievement. And by the end of this video, you should have the tools to map out your path, break down your goals, and establish a rhythm of consistency that will propel you forward. Before I show you how to get 1 month ahead, I want to make sure you understand how to do a budget. And if you don't have a budget or you're brand new to budgeting, watch this video here on how to budget and start the cash envelope method. This will really create a good, healthy relationship with money. But if you already have a budget, but maybe not a clear picture of your current monthly bills and their amount, then I want you to watch this video where I show you how I create my monthly bills, and you can follow along and make yours as well. All right, we're going to jump straight into this today, my 1 month ahead plan. And what you really need is to set clear goals and priorities when it comes to becoming 1 month ahead. And we're going to use something called the SMART method. It is a method where you create goals that are specific and measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. These will give you a really clear picture of how to get to getting 1 month ahead and how quickly you can actually get there. So first off, like I had said before, you should have created a budget and know exactly how much money you're working with. This is my monthly budget, and I have all my bills listed here, all their amounts, and I know that it's exactly $8,720 a month. That's how much money I need for my base bills. This is not my extra bills, so I also have, eating out and sinking funds, debt snowball, and savings challenges that I do. But we're not going to go over those. We're just going to focus on the base, bare bone bills for now, because I'm still in a debt payoff journey. And if you're anything like me, just getting here is a good starting point, and you can always build it more to meet these goals in the future. So I'm just going to start with these right here. We're going to use the 8,700 as a jumping point. Now for my SMART goals that I had referenced, we're going to go ahead and start with S, which is specific. This one is, what do I want to accomplish? So just be specific. We're going to write it out right here. I want to achieve financial stability by creating a buffer of $8,700, which is 1 month of living expenses. So let's write that. We want to go ahead and, let's see, create a buffer of $8,700. Okay, that's what I want to do. Well, and I also would like to stop living paycheck to paycheck, right? We want to break free from that and actually be able to push forward and have that fluff and that extra money. So for instance, right now in the month of August, right, if I had a buffer, hypothetically, right now in the month of August, all my bills would be paid by this buffer that was slowly created over time. And then all the paychecks that I'm receiving in August, they would just sit there until my September bills came. I'm sorry, yeah, September bills came, then it would pay for those ones. And so the buffer would just keep moving forward, and hopefully eventually you can get a 2-month buffer, and then 3 months ahead, and then 4 months ahead, and so on. This is kind of what Dave Ramsey says by saving up the 4 to 6 months of expenses after your emergency fund is saved up. But I'm going to do this kind of slowly as I go. My eldest has heart conditions, and honestly, I've had buffers before, but she's had 7 open heart surgeries. And so to be honest, you need to be realistic and think about your circumstances and what you need. And creating a buffer is what makes it so that I don't go back into debt. And I do have an emergency fund, so make sure you do have that put in place before you do this 1 month ahead, so that, you know, the car breaks, the tire pops, you don't take from your 1 month ahead, you take from your emergency fund. Okay, so that was S for specific. M is for measurable, and this one is, how will I know when I have reached my goal? How will I measure it? And so for me, I'm going to check in paycheck by paycheck. So I do my bills every single paycheck. However you do yours, that's where I kind of suggest that you are doing your check-ins from. And I'm also going to measure this by using a savings calculator. I'm going to show you here a clip of how I have used a savings calculator. Okay, I went ahead and just Googled bank rate savings calculator, and it brought me here. Then go ahead and click this one right here, savingscalculatorbankrate.com. Once here, you're going to want to click on this one right here, the savings goal calculator. So let's do that. It's going to bring you to this page where you're going to change your amount to whatever your bills are. Mine's $87.20. And then whatever years you want to have it done and paid by. I'm doing 3 years because it's not my main priority. My main priority is still my debt. So this is kind of just a side savings thing for me. My interest rate is going to be 4.55. That is what I get at Wealthfront right now. If you're interested, I will go ahead and link them in the description below the video. And then I do this monthly, and my first deposit will be $100, and we're going to start that on September 1st of 2023. Once you have that in the system, go ahead and calculate it, and you'll see here it's showing me that it's $223.55 a month, or I could look at it like $7, let's see here, $7.35 a day, or $51.45 a week. So totally doable for me and my budget. You can change this. Let's see, I'll show you. If I change this to 2 years and then push recalculate, that's how much money I would need. But let's go back to the 3 years because it is more of a side savings at this moment. Then if you see right here where it says show the savings schedule, I love this part because it actually breaks it down for you, how much in the month, and see there the month, and how much your interest is, and how much your balance is, all the way to your last payoff day month right there. So you have a start date, you have an end date, and it's all mapped out straightforward for you. Okay, so see in that you can put whatever your amount, a monthly amount of bills are in there, and play with the numbers, you know, change the amount you're putting in to the time you're putting in to the interest rate, and kind of really see what works for you. But most of all, make it realistic. I'm sure we'd all like to be there in 6 months. But if it's a little bit longer, or maybe you can do it in 6 months, just create it to what is actually achievable, and that way you don't have unrealistic expectations that will become disappointing and you'll become unmotivated. So I'm going to show you here, I did show you already, but just a paper form of it. Here is my savings calculator, right? My savings goal, the 3 years, the 4.55. And what I really like is it's printable, so you just go ahead and print it out, which I did right here. And I'm going to actually create a check-in sheet, which you saw, let's see here, originally when I started this video. And I'm going to fill it in so that every month I have a clear expectation set out for me. So I'm going to take this savings calculator and I'm going to put it into my 1 month ahead form. So our savings goal, excuse me, was $8,700. So whatever yours is, put it there. And my time to reach this, I gave myself, was 3 years. So let's go ahead and put that there. My start date is September 1st. So we'll just do 9/1/23. And my end date, which is really nice if you print out yours, you can see, is September 2026. So I'm going to put that. September 26. And my interest rate was 4.55 from the Wealthfront account. Now I have this, I'm going to go ahead and update it every single time I do my paychecks. I'll put in the date, the payment source, because I also think there's different ways that you can get some money to put towards your 1 month ahead. So I did different payment sources here, the amount, and then the remaining balance left to get to your goal. So now it's all mapped out. I can measure this when using the SMART method. It's very clear to me what I'm doing and where I'm at on my 1 month ahead. Okay, next in the SMART method is achievable. How can the goal be accomplished? There's several ways that you can go ahead and actually get 1 month ahead. First way is cutbacks, right? It's something we probably don't care for, but you can always cut back in eating out, spending money, maybe do without a little bit here or there. Look at your budget, see what you can. Maybe call your car insurance. If you haven't called your car insurance in the last year, I am telling you, you most likely can get a better rate, take that money and put it towards your 1 month ahead. Or maybe you have a side hustle you want to do or something like that. That would be number 2, get a side hustle. That way you can make a little more extra money and go ahead and put that towards it. Or something that I really like to do is I like to do savings challenges. Okay, so I do different things. Let me show you. I've done 100 envelope challenge. So this one I'm saving up. I'm not even sure what I'm saving exactly for. It's changed a few times, but it's just a fun envelope method. You could just get plain white envelopes and do the same thing. Maybe your monthly bills is $4,500. You could get 100 envelopes and divide it by, the 4,500 into 100 envelopes and see how much to put on every single one. And then fill them, and when you're done, you're 1 month ahead. So there's lots of ways to do it. I like to put it in my Wealthfront account, because it has 4.55% interest that's accruing and building for me. But whatever actually helps you accomplish it, that's what you should be doing. Because the truth of the matter is if we become unmotivated along the way, then we won't finish our goal. So this is a fun one. Another one that the one I'm actually currently using is a tracker. So this is my long-term savings binder, and I go ahead and use a tracker here. So let me show you my 1 month ahead. And I just do a little bit from every single paycheck. So it comes from $10 all the way to $75. This amount is $9.75. And I just put a little bit in every single paycheck. Like I told you, I have 5 paychecks. Now with my mapped out goal, I'll make sure that I never put less than 45 so that I can reach my goal like we've talked about. And if you see prop money in my savings challenge binder, that means it's in my Wealthfront account, already gaining interest and building money for my money, right? So I wait till I get 100 and then I take that and I put it in the bank. But this really helps keep a visual for me, and I'm kind of a tactile person, so I need to be able to feel it. Otherwise, again, I just lose motivation. I just know myself, and I need different kinds of things like this to keep me going. Some people will do random different savings challenges. Maybe they'll do scratchers or things like that. That will be fun, and then they'll take that money and put it towards either debt or getting 1 month ahead. So think about who you are as a person and what one will be best for you, but there's a few different ones that you could work with to accomplish your goal. okay? And the very last thing to achieve it, so you have cutbacks, side hustles, savings challenges, and then there's magic months. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, and not everybody has them, but some do. Sometimes you may get an extra paycheck in a month. Like this month, I'll get an extra paycheck from one of my jobs, and next month I'll get an extra paycheck from another one of my jobs. So I could take that and just put it straight into my 1 month ahead. Because I'm still in a debt-free journey, it's actually going to go towards my debt. But if you're ahead of me and you're already debt-free, then I would suggest putting it in your 1 month ahead fund. Okay, the next one is R for relevant, and this is, does it align with my other goals? Okay, and the answer to this one is yes, it does align with my other goals. It helps keep me out of debt. And on track. Like I told you, we've had a lot of crisis in my family with 7 open heart surgeries and endless hospital stays. And the best thing is having this kind of net, and I've used it. As you can tell, I'm back at ground zero making another buffer, but this is because I actually had a buffer. And all those times of real crisis, at least I had something to fall back on. And so I just want to encourage you to think about your circumstance and what kind of a buffer you need. Do you need 1 month? Do you need 3 months, 6 months? Whatever it is, keep your goals going and keep working towards it so that you can really obtain what you need to keep your family safe and to keep your stress level down and your financial goals on track. Next one is time bound. When can I accomplish this goal? And this is the best thing for me about the savings tracker, is that I can tell you my goal, even at this slow rate of 3 years, will be done by 9/26. And I love that I can just say, you know what, even though it's going to take some time to get done, I will be debt free by 2024. I'll be 1 month ahead, even at this low rate of 2026. And my goal is, of course, when my debt gets paid off, then I can go ahead and rocket launch my 1 month ahead, and maybe even go for my 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times ahead, right? So you know what? By breaking down the goals and getting 1 month ahead financially, using the SMART method criteria, you can really establish a clear plan of action and save and budget effectively. This is really going to assure that you can be more financially secure and be a better position within just a few months. So my encouragement to you is make a plan, stick to it, don't give up, and you can do this. Find joy in your journey. Watch more videos here about savings challenges if you need inspiration to start your journey in savings. Have a good day.